Hello there, welcome to the Perfume Experience. My name is Rodney. So today I'm back with another video, and the video is going to be, like the title says, it's basically 5 oud fragrances for beginners. Okay. Now, what was the idea behind this particular video, or the motivation behind this video was basically when a fellow Frag friend of mine made a comment somewhere that whenever he has bought oud fragrances, they have not gone well. It is something that he has not liked. So I'm guessing there are going to be people who are in this category who are very afraid to try oud fragrances, and especially because of the stigma that's attached with this particular note, right? A lot of times people think that oud is extremely strong, it is very animalic, it is very barnyardish, all of that, right? I want to kind of talk to you and tell you about oud fragrances which are actually very nice, and you can actually try these fragrances and you will actually not kind of get that, right? Now, one thing to understand about oud fragrances is the extraction process of oud, because it is extracted from a tree. The tree needs to be infected, and you need to go through an extraction process which makes it very, very expensive as a natural ingredient to get in the world, and that's why oud is generally associated with niche perfumery, whereas designer houses would most likely use a chemical compound to replace the same scent profile of this particular fragrance, right? Now, while there are many types of oud, like your Assam oud, your Hindi oud, your Indian oud, your Cambodian oud, or a lot of these ouds which are available in the market, there are oud that definitely fit into the scent profile of being very barnyardish, like vetiver, like hay, animalic, strong. Definitely, I in fact got a set of discovery set from one of the houses which uses real Assam oud in their scent, and I did not like it, and I had to kind of keep it aside because I kind of don't enjoy those fragrances so much. Having said that, here are 5 fragrances that I would highly recommend for a new beginner to try in terms of oud fragrances, and I am sure that you will enjoy these oud fragrances. So let's get going. So the first one here in this list is this. The first fragrance that I would like to showcase here is called One Man Show. Right now, One Man Show Oud Edition from the house of Jacques Bogart is a fantastic fragrance for you to try, for a simple reason being is this can be simply called simple and yet very, very beautiful. Okay, I have a detailed review of this particular fragrance that you can check out on my channel, but however, I would like to say what makes this in a very versatile scent is this has got oud, it's got leather. Now, this particular fragrance is more of I would say, like, the problem with this particular bottle has always been its sprayer. So let's do a spray. All right, so this is causing some problems. All right, fix the sprayer. So let's do one spray. Okay, so that's good enough. A lot of juice already on my hand. So this particular fragrance opens up as a very ambery, woody, a little bit of spicy, leathery, that kind of a fragrance, and with a little bit of oud. Now, the oud here is very mellow, very nice, woody kind of a oud. It is not a sweet fragrance, it is more of a ambery kind of a fragrance, and it's very, very simple. It doesn't transition into a lot of notes. It starts from that, it kind of ends as a linear fragrance. But I think this is an excellent fragrance to try, especially if you like oud fragrances to begin with, right? So Jacques Bogart Oud Edition is a very popular fragrance among people who like oud fragrances in general, because this will give you performance of 8 to 9 hours easy, and projects like for good 2 to 3 hour, and at least good 2 to 3 feet of projection as well. Excellent performance, good value for money, and definitely for a beginner, a synthetic oud compound definitely to try is this particular bottle has got a sprayer issue, at least the one with me, so this needs fixing, so which I will do. But yes, fantastic bottle to try. Okay, the next fragrance that I would like you to recommend is called Surge of More Than Words. This is an old from the house of Almam called the Speechless. Okay, now this is a fantastic fragrance to go for, because this particular fragrance has got oud, but it's also has got a lot of fruit and floral notes to it. While that is there in the background, the oud on this is more of a woody kind of a oud. Again, a not sweet kind of a fragrance. It's more animalic, leathery, woody, that kind of a nature. But this particular fragrance is very, very nice. It's got that very strong element of oud with a little bit of that citrus kind of opening as well, and this performs very well, and this is a scent profile that a lot of people like. Okay, now when you compare One Man Show, which is more leathery, more slight animalic in nature as well, this particular fragrance is more citrusy and not sweet, but at the same time it's got a lot of fruity notes to it, but the oud is very dominant on this particular one, and it's a oud note that is very, very nicely done, and it lasts really long, projects really well, and this is again a very safe oud to try, because you will never really feel that notion of stigma or anything as such. Plus, the biggest advantage with this particular fragrance is this is excellent for day wear as well. So even if you wear this particular fragrance in the day, go out in the sun and all of that, this really works well. So I would say definitely Surge of More Than Words is also a good fragrance for beginners to try. Number 3 on this particular list of fragrances definitely is Oud. Okay, Tom Ford's Oud is an excellent DNA to be bought by any Holt houses. You can try Albage, you can try Rehan's Oud Noir, or even Maison Alhambra's Oudi Wood, or any of that you'd like. It's basically a fragrance that's got pepper notes, it's got rosewood, it's got oud, it's got cedar, all of that. But it's a very nice, beautiful fragrance which is sweet in nature, slightly sweet, ambery, woody throughout, and good powdery dry down. So this makes for a very nice oud fragrance. In fact, this is the DNA that you will get a lot of compliments because it's easily loved by a lot of people. So you will never really have a problem with this particular fragrance, right? So it's very easy to wear oud, and you can definitely try this as one of the best oud combinations, or any oud combinations to go for. This is one of them. Simple woody, a lot of woody notes, a little bit of spice in element, but that's just there. A lot of ambery notes to it. So very nice profile. You will definitely get compliments. A safe oud fragrance to try. Next on this particular list is a fragrance called as Maiden from the house of Spirit of Dubai. Okay, now this is a particular fragrance that why I selected this specific one. This has got a lot of things going, a lot of fruit notes, a lot of floral notes, a lot of oriental notes like your spices, cinnamon and all of that, but it's got leather and it's got oud. Now for me, this particular fragrance is extremely nice because the way this particular fragrance works is unlike any other fragrance that I've smelled, especially in terms of oud. Okay, now this particular fragrance has got a very suede leather, oud, a little bit of floral hints at the back end, mostly fruit hints and all of those things, but primarily it will give you a feeling of suede leather along with oud. Very nice, again a slightly ambery, animalic type of a note profile. While this particular fragrance also has got tonka beans, vanilla, and it's got nutmeg and all of that. There's a little bit of that sweetness at the background that it does. But primarily, it's a very nice, safe fragrance to wear because the oud on this is not like the skanky, barnyardish, that kind of oud. It's a very mellowed oud because of that, suede leather type of a note that it gives along with those oriental note. It makes for a very, different type of a fragrance that you feel a lot of warmth with, a lot of, special spiritual connection. I would highly recommend this when you're going out for prayers, or when you're going out for some, some place calm where you're sitting by yourself and you want to get in a zone where there is a lot of zen. I think this is the type of fragrance to go for. This is Spirit of Dubai Maiden. Now this is an alt from the house of Al Maham, but you can also try the one from Jashan Fragrances also. They also have a very good one that I've tried, right? So these are 4 fragrances that you've gone so far. But how can you have a beginner's oud collection of fragrances and not have the most popular oud and oud combination, which is basically the rose oud combination, right? So oud is generally very well blended with rose, and there are plenty of rose oud combinations that you will get from many houses. However, the one that I would like to recommend is called from the house of Orman Jain, called Nawab of Oud, right? This is a fantastic fragrance to try, and I will tell you which alt house you can definitely get this one blind by. This is from the house of Yasmin Fragrances. This is fantastic. Now I have had this for a long time, and on the nose, the scent profile on this one is rosy, jammy, oud and woody and all of that, but the rose is sweet here. Now this is one of those fragrances in this entire scent profile of 5 fragrances is the sweet one, the most sweet one when compared to oud. So, and it projects really well, long projection, good beast mode performance, and the fragrance has been done really well. While this particular fragrance has got a lot of citrus notes, floral notes and vetiver and all of that, there's also a chili note also in this. But the way this particular fragrance is blended is superb. The rose and oud is too good as a combination on this one. And this is one of those fragrances in terms of versatility you can wear anytime. So, right, so of the 5 fragrances that we have spoken about today, in fact, I would say all of them, including my broken one-man show for now. I would say all of them are extremely versatile to be worn at any point of time throughout the year, except for probably this may be a good one to wear in the evenings or in a colder environment. Oud is again definitely very good even in the evenings and in a colder environment. But these three, which is your one-man show, your Nawab of Oud, and Judge of More Than Words, are fantastic to be worn at any point of time. Now, I would say that go ahead and try any one of these fragrances and tell me how is your experience in terms of a Oud fragrance, and does it change your opinion about Oud. If this changes your opinion about Oud and you like Oud in terms of wearing a fragrance, then I would definitely say that you can explore the more complicated, more Oud fragrances definitely, and we can make another list for definitely for more advanced users, right? So that has been my quick video about talking about 5 Oud fragrances for beginners. This is especially in line with my recent series of playlists that I created, which is for fragrance basics for beginners. I'm going to do a lot of videos based around that time, because I feel a lot of subscribers that I have are especially new to fragrances, or or generally new in this genre, right? So that is the idea, to give you more curated content, so that you might be able to enjoy that and share that with your friends. My apologies on the background noise once again, so I really can't do much about it, but I will try my best to edit that off, right? So on that note, you're watching the Perfume Experience. My name is Rodney. Take care until another time. Goodbye.